This is IFV, the web space with your dose of business and financial news. In full view, we're making your business our business.
Welcome to In Full View. I'm Marcella Palmer. We're bringing you the week's medium and small business news from New York Entrepreneur Week at the Scholastic Theater in Manhattan. For 5 days, nonprofit New York Entrepreneur Week brings more than 100 speakers from all over the business world together with New York's diverse entrepreneurial community. This is a biannual event which will this session include everything from speed networking to international entrepreneurship.
We built out this time a little bit of a new mechanism in terms of feedback that the speakers give to the entrepreneurs who ask questions. So instead of just having a 40-minute panel and 10 minutes of Q&A, we're now having a 40-minute panel and 30 minutes of Q&A. A lot of events that you go to, people aren't realistic. They'll tell you the right answer because it's politically correct. Our entrepreneurs are here, the best and the brightest in the world, to give you the constructive feedback that can really help to catapult your business.
This is our second round. It was great to have In Full View at the first one with us. It was brilliant. This time around, you're going to see once again an eclectic mix of business people, business leaders, and great entrepreneurs sharing their advice, their experiences, their obstacles. And this time around, we're opening a much larger Q&A after every panel. We really realized that the guests want to engage. They want to have that opportunity.
Learning and growing through communication and interaction is integral for business leaders from companies of all sizes. Also, recently here in New York City, another opportunity for entrepreneurs to network. It was the Front Row event presented by the New York-based Consul General of Jamaica. We'll have more in a moment, but first, here's Shay Maltzby with the Index Performance Outlook for the week ending Friday, April 16th, 2010.
The Nasdaq closed the week up approximately 1.1%. The Russell 2000 is up near 1.7%. The Russell Microcap Index closes up about 2.8%. The S&P Midcap 400 is up close to 80 basis points. And Canada's S&P TSX Smallcap ends the week down roughly 30 basis points.
Here's Jean Lee with the week's market advancers and decliners.
Catalyst Pharmaceutical Partners jumped over 122%. The biopharmaceutical is partnering with the National Institute on Drug Abuse to conduct a new mid-stage clinical trial of its formulation of vigabatrin called CPP-109 to treat cocaine addiction. Dialysis Corporation of America climbed over 69% on news of its pending acquisition by privately held U.S. Renal Care, Inc. With a tender offer of $11.25 a share, the transaction value is approximately $112 million. Eurand slipped more than 17% after the U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved Johnson & Johnson's drug Pancrease, a direct competitor to Eurand's Zenpep, which also treats pancreatic enzyme diseases. As the result of a patent infringement case, Santarus, Inc. fell more than 32% after announcing that a federal judge ruled 5 of its patents for its acid reflux drug Zegerid were invalid, making the way for Par Pharmaceutical companies to market a generic version of the drug.
Traditionally, the main role of a consul general is to promote trade between their homeland and their host country. Having jurisdiction over 33 states in the U.S., Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, Consul General Geneive Brown Metzger is also fostering and advocating entrepreneurship and the businesses of people of Jamaican descent.
We get a tremendous part of our support in terms of our community outreach from entrepreneurs, successful people. The government has a small budget. Like all governments, we have a big commitment, a responsibility to really imparting public policy and so on to our constituents. Diplomatic communities are no different, and where Jamaica is concerned, especially so. We have a very large group of our nationals in the diaspora in the United States, and so communicating with them on a regular basis is really critical, and we're able to do that because of the corporate support and sponsorship that we get from our successful business people. So an event like this is an opportunity to say thank you to them, to acknowledge them, and to assure them that we are using their public trust well.
I guess, as you know, Golden Krust began some 20 years ago. My parents had a bakery in Jamaica for almost 50 years. So I was blessed to have been able to have been brought up into a home where the entrepreneurial spirit has been passed on to us by our parents. So having been in Jamaica, having been a part of a business there, I've gained tremendous experience there. But coming here, it's a whole different ball game, trying to do business in the United States. And once you're committed, once you're dedicated, once you acquire the necessary skills to do business here, I'm quite sure one can be very successful.
Being an entrepreneur, I came to this country with nothing. My first job, I always like to say this, was putting hinge on briefcase in the Bronx for $1.60 an hour. I used to take home $49 for a whole week. And being an entrepreneur, we have moved up to be the largest Jamaican frozen food plant in the United States, which we're very proud of because we can show our counterparts, whether you're Jamaican or Caribbean, I'm actually from Jamaica, that America, you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, hard work, being honest, give a good quality product, you can really make it to the top.
We've been in business for over 32 years, and I actually work in the frozen food manufacturing plant in Tappan, New York. That's in Rockland County, and we also have a bakery in Mount Vernon. So I work with my dad and my sister, and then my mom works with my brother.
So it's a whole family.
Yes. My mom loves to bake, so it runs through the family.
My business has not been catering to a Jamaican market per se. The pieces are really, in a sense, more international than than my local, counterparts, and even though they like them, so it's really not so much about that as really connecting with people who, in a sense, also there's a certain shared soul coming from the island, and my work is very much about that, and that comes through in the work. So when I reconnect with Jamaicans, it feeds my soul.
Consul General Metzger is planning similar events to promote and support Jamaican-owned businesses. That's all for this week from the IFV News team. Thanks for joining us from New York Entrepreneur Week at the Scholastic Theater in Manhattan. Be sure to check back every day right here at ifvnews.com for the latest on what's happening around the globe in the medium and small business world.